Good day and welcome to another episode of Drew's Book Reviews. Today we're doing a book tag. We're doing the rapid fire book tag. Stay tuned, that's coming right up. Alright, so just before we get into the rapid fire book tag, make sure you hit that like button and comment and subscribe so you can see when I post all these awesome videos on Tuesday and Friday. Primarily I focus on science fiction, fantasy, and some nonfiction thrown in there. So let's get on to the rapid fire book tag. Question 1, hardback or paperback? Doesn't matter, I can do both, not a problem. Ebooks or physical copies? I definitely prefer physical copies over ebooks, absolutely. Secondhand or new? I could go either way, it doesn't matter. If it's a book I want, I'll take it secondhand or new. Audiobooks or nah? I definitely do audiobooks, but usually just on a reread. Do you cover buy? Oh yeah, if the cover looks awesome, I'm probably going to buy it. If it's something I'm interested in, science fiction or fantasy mainly. Your favorite cover that you own? Well, that would have to be... Rhythm of War, all the way. One of my favorite covers, you bet. Least favorite cover that you own? You know what? I don't think I have a least favorite cover. I can't even think of one right now. First book you ever read? You know, I can't think of what the first book I ever read is. Probably a Star Trek book or something, but I'm gonna have to go with this one, either Ender's Game or Hitchhiker's Guide, because those are some of the earliest books I remember reading. Last book that you finished? House of Chains by Steven Erikson. Last series you finished? Stormlight Archive. It's the last series I've actually completely finished so far. Last book that you bought? Actually just bought a whole bunch. These 5, plus there's another one over there somewhere on my shelf. But these were my last book purchase. There you go. What is your favorite genre? I'd probably have to go with fantasy. I definitely read a lot of fantasy. Absolutely top genre. What is your favorite book in that genre? Ooh, that's a tough one. So many favorites. But I'm gonna have to cheat and go with the favorite series, and that's gonna be the Stormlight Archive. What genre do you never reach for? Romance. I never reach for romance. Not my thing. Do you read poetry? Yes, I read Edgar Allan Poe. He's got some good poetry, right? That counts. Popular science. Yes, I absolutely do read popular science. I've got a lot of Brian Greene on my shelf. He's one of my favorite nonfiction writers. Middle grade. Yes, I absolutely do read middle grade. I've read the Percy Jackson series and a few other. Harry Potter, I guess, would be considered middle grade, so absolutely. What is your favorite bookish item? My books. Duh. That's got to be my favorite bookish item, right? Books, absolutely. What's your current bookmark? Got a couple, but this is the one I'm primarily using right now, which is pretty cool. It's kind of holographic. What's the strangest object you've used as a bookmark? I don't know, like a pen or something? I don't really use strange objects as a bookmark. Jackets or not? Actually, if it comes without the jacket and just kind of the cover itself that has all the artwork on it, that's even cooler, because I usually take the jackets off my hardcovers while I'm reading. Who's your fictional girlfriend? Well, I'd have to go with Shalon Devar from Stormlight Archive. I mean, she loves reading as much as I do, so I think we'd get along great. Favorite couple? I think I'd have to go with Ellen Venture and Vin from Mistborn. That's got to be my favorite fictional couple. Favorite book villain? Ooh, Taravangian? Or maybe the Lord Ruler. There's so many to choose from, but I tend to default to anything Cosmere, because that's by far my favorite, you bet. Favorite book friendship? You know what? I think I'm gonna have to go with Sam and Frodo from Lord of the Rings, because that friendship is just awesome. Absolutely amazing. That's got to be one of the best. Series, trilogies, or standalone? All 3. Weird reading habit. I have to have a timer while I read. That way I can make sure I get a minimum amount of reading time when I'm reading. If I don't hit that reading time, it drives me up the wall. It's just like, ugh, I gotta read more because I didn't meet my time. So there you go, weird reading habit. What's your favorite book adaptation? That is a tough one. I want to say Wheel of Time, but it's not technically out yet, but it looks so amazingly awesome. The Expanse is so good as well. Absolutely love The Expanse. Lord of the Rings movies, really good adaptation there as well. I don't know that I have a favorite, but for now, I'm going to say, you know what, let's go with The Expanse, because I thought it held to the books really well. Of the ones that are actually out yet, since Wheel of Time's not out yet. Film adaptations or TV adaptations? Depends. Honestly depends. Some books will work better as a film, others work better as a TV series. Anything that's like kind of large-scale epic fantasy works much better as a TV series. Single standalone books definitely work better as a film. What book needs an adaptation? I actually just did a whole series on this. Check out my video on books that should be adapted, but there are so many. We've got Dresden Files, we got, with that of course, Wheel of Time's definitely coming. That's certainly in there as well. I'd like to see a better Sword of Truth adaptation. That would be a really amazing one to go in there as well. We got the Powder Mage world that I think should absolutely be adapted. I'd like to see some more Discworld adaptations. Discworld I think would be an example of something that works better as a movie rather than a full TV series. So definitely there are a lot of really good ones that we could adapt. Favorite book world? I'm gonna go with Roshar on this one. I know I keep defaulting to Stormlight stuff, but let's face it, that is my #1 favorite series of all time. So I'm gonna go with Roshar. Favorite writing style? I love what writing styles that have a lot of world building behind them, but also one that doesn't kind of call to you and hold your hand and make you, you know, and tell you what you should think. I want to try to interpret and understand the story in my own way. So definitely ones with a lot of world building that could be descriptive, but not overly top descriptive, I think would be my favorite writing style if I were to actually pick one. But in general, as long as the story's good and it's done well, writing style doesn't really matter that much to me. What's a book that you love that people don't know about? That's a tough one. I'm not sure which books people don't know about. There's definitely several books out there that I've read that not a lot of people know about. I haven't really heard anyone talk about Sapiens or Homo Deus on BookTube other than myself. Those are some really great ones by Yuval Noah Harari. All right, those are definitely some good books that not a lot of people talk about. So I imagine they must know about it though. It's not like they're unpopular books. Oh well. What's a popular book that you hated? A popular book that I'm probably not going to read. Murderbot Diaries, that's it. Murderbot Diaries. So many on YouTube have talked about the Murderbot Diaries. I have no intention of reading it. It's not that I hated it. Or maybe I should say Twilight. Never read it, but no way am I ever going to read it. That was popular enough. I don't, for who knows why. There you go. There's two. I've never actually read them. Probably won't. Just don't interest me. Favorite childhood reads? I'm definitely going to go with Ender's Game for that one. That is definitely going to be my favorite childhood read. Absolutely. What's a book that changed your life? Not sure there's really one that I could say changed my life, but I can tell you one that definitely got me hooked on science fiction. And that is going to be The Andromeda Strain by Michael Crichton. That is the one that really got me hooked on reading when I was in junior high. I picked that up and I just took off from there. But Ender's Game was great, absolutely, but The Andromeda Strain is what really got me hooked on reading, and that's where it really started going crazy at that point. So I'm gonna go with The Andromeda Strain is what got me into reading. What book did you hate at school? Textbooks. Who loves textbooks? Any school-related book that I needed for school? Didn't like it. Absolutely not. A feel-good book. I'm gonna go with The Hitchhiker's Guide on this one. It's hilarious. It's funny. It is definitely a feel-good book. It'll make you laugh over and over and over again. That is a feel-good book. If you want to feel good, you want to have a good time, pick up The Hitchhiker's Guide. A book that makes you cry. Stormlight Archive, Kaladin's story, every time. Absolutely. That is a book that's going to make me cry. What's your favorite reading snack? I don't have a favorite reading snack. Favorite reading position? Usually sitting in my big, comfy chair. Natural light or lamplight? I much prefer natural light when I'm reading. Absolutely. The natural sunlight just coming in through the windows, that's the best. Absolutely love the natural light. Outside or inside? I could read outside, but I'm usually inside when I'm reading. Although I can read outside, absolutely. Breaking the cover or keeping it smooth? Keep it as smooth as you can while you're reading. Admittedly, I do break the spine a lot on my paperbacks, but you know, if you can avoid it, definitely avoid it, absolutely. Do you read in other languages? No, but I can speak a little bit of Klingon. Just a bit. What book series do you want to finish this year? The Expanse. That is one I definitely want to finish this year. The Expanse by James S.A. Corey, and I absolutely intend to do so. What book release are you most excited about right now? Cytonic by Brandon Sanderson. That is the third book in his young adult series that I'm looking forward to getting to. This book 3 of Cytonic will be out later this year. I've got that on pre-order, so I'm definitely excited about that. Do you have a favorite book influencer? How about everybody that I love chatting with on BookTube? Andrew's Wizardly Reads, Nico's Book Reviews, Leslie from The Nerdy Narrative, Epic from Epic Talez, Bookish Chaz is another one on there that I absolutely love. Megan's Reading Revelations is another one that I enjoy. You know, Mike's Book Reviews, there you go. Alex Naives, that's another one that I really enjoy. And you have to admit, Daniel Green is absolutely hilarious in so many of his videos. But all the booktubers I watch, there you go. Those are the ones that I love. Do you have a channel, blog, or social media feed? Yes, I've got bookstagram, I've got Discord, which you could sign up down below. So definitely make sure that you hit that subscribe button and join me over on the Discord. And of course, I got this YouTube channel right here as well. And last, tag your friends. If you're watching this video, I tag you. It's that simple. And if I mention your channel in this video, I tag you too. All right, so there you go. Rapid fire book tag. Whew, 50 questions, but we got through them all. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and keep on reading. We'll see you next time on the next episode of Drew's Book Reviews. Bye.